And we're back!
And we're
Hey.
back.
Alright.
Quick sound check. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we could always hear you.
Uh,
What's wrong?
Hannah?
Were you lonely?
That was Hannah, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm here, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm hearing you,
Oh,
Hannah.
I don't want- I love how that whole conversation happened off screen, so people are gonna be like, "What's going on?
What
Like, what
happened?"
just happened?"
Anyway.
The
All
world.
Nah.
No.
Let's players do that all the time.
In media res. Alright, whenever you're ready, Flynn.
Hey. There they all are. Carl's already poking around inside my salad bowl on the coder. I can hear myself.
Oh, who's
There you
echoing back at you?
I think...
Hannah and
Oh,
DJ.
it's
Come on,
us.
DJ.
How does that happen?
Come on,
Because we
guys.
got our microphone.
Well, do you have headphones on?
We can.
No, we don't. But
We haven't in the past needed to.
I think
It's
I
one of those
even
things
have
of like sometimes where you put your microphone, it'll pick up like the speakers
Here, we'll
still.
try this. And then if that doesn't work, we'll grab our headphones. I need to get new headphones. Our old ones are it up.
Okay,
Alright, let's try this. Da da da. There we go. Alright.
Alright, here's a
Sick.
test to see if we can hear ourselves. No, cool.
Okay, cool.
Defeat.
Carl's already poking around inside a salad bowl on the counter, glancing up at me briefly. Axton's the only one sitting and staring at the water in his glass. I sling my rifle over my shoulder, grab one of the salamander's cups from the cupboard, and get myself what looks like an apple banana smoothie. The cup itself is labeled for some sort of convention, though the exact name of it has been worn away by many washings.
Aw.
As I move to the salad, Carl nudges me. First, I think he's just being playful, then I follow his eyes. Leo's pacing back and forth by the window, muttering something about Clint. Keeps checking his phone, the wolf pretty evidently. The rest is all hell. Gigi's looking at him too, his expression difficult to place. It's never been exactly hard to read when he's upset like this. His nervous tick always gives it away. Yet I can't tell what he looks more of, concerned or guilty. I'm usually good at reading folks, so this is kind of pissing me off. Take a seat next to Daxton.
I'm a bit out of the loop here.
His big blue eyes shift from person to person. Might be best if you fuck off again for a bit.
Seriously, can you just explain something for once instead of being like a weird cryptic shithead?
And see the lines from along Daxton's smooth forehead as he furrows his brow.
There's another reason why I wanted Harry to voice Daxton.
Yeah. Its skin's so tightly stretched across his body, it makes his even slightest change of face readily visible. I don't have a clue how the furry tits get, on my mind, confused with his. As I grunt and mutter for him to eat my shit, I can't help but wonder if I should bring him up to speed or not. Guess part of me wants as many people as possible to know what happened. I mean, fuck. That's what I've always wanted, right? This fucker's finally acting like something happened, that our little group wasn't just a little old Leo, Chase, TJ, Jenna, Carl, and I. Eventually, everyone sits down to eat. There's enough room in the kitchen island for everybody, so TJ and Jenna... It's not enough room at the kitchen island for everybody, so TJ and Jenna sit on the counter and by the fridge. TJ's still not saying much.
Alright. I still can't access Wi-Fi or make calls. Daxton isn't?
Yep.
Were we not taking shelter... Oh, were we not taking shelter from Clint? We wouldn't mean to impose upon you like this. So, my apologies.
It's alright.
Folks like a clump of almond shavings in his salad.
I just want to know what's going on.
She looks at TJ, and then after a quiet affirming nod from the lynx, she responds to the salamander.
When we were younger, one of our neighbors, our friend, drowned in Lake Emma.
She pauses.
Actually, they died in a hospital later on. But the point is, we were all there for it. It was a rather traumatizing experience, even for the older members of our sort of friend group at the time.
She speaks in such a plain, even tone she might as well be reading from directions from off the back of TV dinner. Everyone, including Daxton, looks incredibly uncomfortable. Salamander just nods in a faux understanding.
Oh.
Digs into his salad with such focus, it's like he's trying to read a book in there.
So, let's just jump right into it.
Takes a big drink from her smoothie, leaving us in anticipation. I groan quietly.
Also, I just realized looking at the scene, do you guys see Carl from behind Leo?
Yes!
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't notice that. He's just like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
still here.
We've reached the engine limit of how many peeps can be displayed. Oh.
I like background Carl. He's just there like, yeah, don't mind me, guys.
Oh man, I'm so happy there's no drama today. Oh, this is great.
No,
Nope.
all for you.
Flynn,
Then you meant for Carl.
No. He's
Fucking
having his...
what?
He has his own backstory. His own adventures are going on right now. We're just not privy to them.
do you believe that Chase killed Sydney?
What?
I didn't see it.
Exon looks up, letting out a little wisp of laughter, assuming we're joking. As he sees he's the only one laughing, he starts to look visibly tense. I didn't fucking expect her to just straight up and ask me this, either. Well, the way I see it, either Chase is lying or TJ is... Or fuck, maybe they both are and are covering for each other's asses. But Chase in there was spouting bullshit like a steer's rear. Point to TJ, who quickly looks away. Threw me under the bus the moment he started squealing.
Chase wouldn't lie to me about something like this, yeah? But neither would you, Teach. Just...
Wolf rubs his paw through the fur on his face. TJ shifts, looking like he's about to start crying again.
I'm not lying.
No, I mean, that was not supposed to be that loud.
Sorry, I'm not lying.
Still word versus word with you two.
Fuck you.
Chase fucked off once TJ told us what happened from his point of view. Which took you long enough, by the way. Hard-eyed lit the lynx. But his own eyes are cast so far away from me, they might as well be in the back of his head.
TJ,
Jenna rubs her paws on a napkin, leaning it some before speaking again.
No.
tell us about the monster you saw.
Oh, come on. Jenna ignores me.
Give us as many details as you can. And take as much time as you need.
TJ
No.
throws a bowl of salad in his lap with both paws. Looks like he hadn't had a bite. His eyes take on that more reflective quality they always do when tears are starting up to swell. It's unnerving on a sort of primal level to see TJ tearing up like this. He's an adult, a grown-ass man, looking just like he did when he was a kid.
Whoa. There's nothing wrong with crying like a baby when you're an adult. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Real men cry.
Crying is
Every-
Real
healthy.
men have that stoic face. Nothing can hurt them. They cry at home
Oh,
when they're
man.
alone.
Look,
We could just
nothing will
bottle
hurt Carl.
all the chemicals your brain releases when you cry and sell them. People could just take pills instead of having to cry. It'd be great.
Oh, jeez.
Marvel, lady, come here, pretty girl.
Reminds me of how little any of us have truly grown up.
Like I said before, tall with burnt skin, reddish, I guess.
How tall?
Like almost 7 feet.
Kind of frowns.
How did it move?
Really fast or not at all. It was like pictures, you know? A slideshow that was being fast forwarded.
Carl finally looks up from his hose, the ram appearing increasingly nervous.
When it walked through the water didn't move like a wake. It just splashed out with each step.
Tell me about the face again.
Oh, okay.
He's just having such a hard time getting the words out. Jenna doesn't stop. She looks wrapped.
3 holes. 2 for the eyes, 1 for the mouth. They weren't like bloody or anything, just empty, dark.
Everyone's silent for a moment.
Ah!
Then, next to me, Daxton rises up to his feet.
Did you see him stutter out?
Mm-hmm.
Salamander walks around to where TJ's sitting, then points to something behind him.
Like this?
Like,
Oh shit.
What?
Ugh.
he's pointing at
Well,
the
you know.
electrical socket. TJ turns and looks at it, and he twitches as if startled. Quickly wipes his eyes and nods. Next and stares, slack-jawed. Leo takes a large slurp from his smoothie.
I love how, like, there's this, like, horrifying, like, we're building the intensity of the socket. And then,
Leo.
smoothie.
I'm
Smoothie.
working him attention, okay?
Lady butt.
Slurpable.
My boyfriend would have told me if he killed a dude in cold blood. I trust him.
I also trust how good this smoothie is.
Well,
I missed you so much, pretty girl.
Man, TJ, why are you
It's a
saying all that
10-15.
about Leo?
No, I'm talking about my bubas.
Yeah,
No,
so-
drag can be
yeah.
hot too.
Alright.
There's a dribble of pink liquid stuck in his fur around the edge of his jowls.
Guys, am I missing something here?
I saw it.
Saw what, Carl?
That thing.
Carl gestures toward the electrical outlet. I give him an incredulous look as we meet each other's glances for a second. Yeah? Saw a pretty nifty light switch back when I was 13. I looked at TJ. It didn't make me hide the truth about my friend's murder for about a decade.
Shut up, dude.
God blink it, Carl. He stands up, still staring at the socket.
When I crashed my car that night, you remember?
I do. Carl didn't want to talk about it for months after it happened. Only found out about the truth then. It was after he dropped out of college. Apparently, it was way fucking past twilight, and he was drugged out of his mind. Scabies ridden as Jeremy gave him the acid in his trailer, and he had a bad trip. Carl described some cartoon he put on, a tiger and a bird, and the tiger baking the bird alive. He mentioned how vivid everything was, and how fucking Jeremy wouldn't stop laughing. Busted out of there and drove off whole hightail like. While making his way down Route 65, he swerved and hit a pole. The impact would have killed him if he weren't so thick-skulled. Of course. Told his dear old parents about it, and they took the blame for everything. They didn't want him to be tested when the cops showed. I wasn't until a couple of months ago, he told me, in his drug-addled mind. He thought he had driven to Pueblo and picked up Chase. Carl claimed he was talking to him the whole ride back, telling him how college life was going and shit. Stroking his horns, mentioning how he missed him, and then wanted back as a roommate. You know, all the shit Chase never actually said after Carl dropped out. Fucking barely responded to his messages. Could have sworn when he swerved off the road and struck him forward. Killed Chase, crushed him somehow with impact. Wouldn't stop shaking. Made a joke that I would have helped him bury the body.
I mean, he did before.
He
I was
had.
gonna say, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I threw up later thinking about it. Yeah,
Can I pick you up, lady? Uh-oh.
the ram is looking at me with these really big sad eyes.
Tonight.
Never see him like this. Sober and fully fucking aware of really bad shit. Usually the moment shit starts getting remotely bad, he takes till his mind melts the horrors away, as he calls them. There's none of that shit here, that's for certain. Never liked how it made me feel, and Daxton's too nerdy to know any pot dealers.
This is gonna sound real nuts, but that thing TJ is describing, with the electrical socket face, it was chasing me that night, man. I saw it, exactly how TJ described. That's how it moved. I thought I had outran it, but it was in the car with me where I thought Chase was, and I hit the fucking pole, man.
Where Chase was?
Theo looks at Carl with raised eyebrows.
What were you doing with my fucking boyfriend?
My boy.
Let out a puff of exasperated air. You were tripping balls on acid. Like the rest of the group. And that's why he thought he was with Chase. Leo's expression furrows.
You've done acid, Carl?
Yeah, I know how it sounds. I thought it seemed familiar earlier when TJ was describing it at City Hall, but that face, it was just like an outlet.
Axon nodding along with everything that Carl says.
Flynn, I literally was just telling you about this shit. I saw in my dream, in the water. It's the second time I've seen it in 2 days.
I recognize it too. Not in a dream or because of drugs.
He looks over at TJ, who appears even more frightened with confessions from those around him.
When I was younger, well, much younger, I sometimes saw it during times I was angry or sad. It's the closest thing I've ever had to what my grandmother described as spiritual experience. When I told her about it, she told me it sounded a lot like a is it a Wendigo?
Wendigo.
A Wendigo.
Wendigo.
What?
Also, I will say that you're really not supposed to say the name, at least by actually like proper Native American standards. I think we're gonna just say it because it's in the plot and everything, but like most Native American tribes that actually do like have that creature within their lore, you're not supposed within their culture and everything.
Yeah.
You are not supposed to say the name. It's like a really bad thing.
Oh, oops.
You might, like,
Oh
bring
no,
it to
it's
you
fine.
or
It's
something.
fine for like this because like it's not part of like our thing. I want to avoid us from like saying the word over and over again.
Gotcha.
Someone superstitious?
Well, I am superstitious, but I also am not part of like the tribes that like
Yeah, I was gonna say,
believe in it.
it's
Or whatever.
hard.
I'm just
Ah.
trying to be
Hebrew
more like
tradition.
I'm trying to be more culturally sensitive about that because that's like one of those
Yeah.
little details that I do know.
It's like in Hebrew tradition, you don't say the name of the divine
Yeah.
being.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think only on
On holy days.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And usually that's why they say Adonai, which translates to like one who is.
Hmm.
Leo crosses his arms firmly over his chest, the wolf having been the last one who was still actually eating dinner.
Guys, I understand the stress of this, yeah, but seriously, this is too much. Jenna, you're pragmatic and all that, and to see you going off like this has me awfully concerned.
So what's funny here is that literally of this group, 4 out of the 5 of them have seen this creature at some point in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dax has seen it too.
He's seen it in his dreams. Carl saw it during his acid trip. Jenna saw it during her childhood, as did TJ.
I wonder what made TJ see it during his childhood.
Well,
Because for the rest of them,
he saw it on the day that Sydney drowned, and then, from what it sounds like, never again after that.
oh yeah. And Jenna has had a really unhealthy relationship, like when she was growing up.
Well, she had a really
Dax-
unhealthy, childhood home.
Yeah. Dax, I wonder why. Dax, I think, just is in connection with the supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
that's why
seems to
he
be
sees
what they're
it as a
hinting
dream.
at.
And Carl was tripping balls. So there's that.
Oh, yeah.
And so Leo's the most, comfortable, so...
Well, I'm gonna point out, the hysteria's already started. I think you guys can already figure out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Although they're
Okay.
pretty good right now. I feel like
Well, the
Flynn's house
hysteria
is a good place to be.
started, we've only seen, Flynn and, Chase.
Yeah, Chase... I don't think Chase got bit by, spiders. I think he's, going in and out from past to present, and it's really fucking with him. The spiders, there's always a spider represents,
Well,
I'm gonna point
although
out there was the blonde tarantula that
there's the
eventually
black-
melted away, and then we got the Black Widow.
Yeah. So he was hallucinating, but he was hallucinating the tarantula.
Those Black Widows were
Jason.
real, baby.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're gonna have to catch me up because this is a lot of stuff. I know we're in some other realm. The last time I played this, we're like, hey, let's get Carl, the fun guy, the Ram, a job, and now we're in the back rooms or something.
So yeah, that was Carl's route, which that was 3 routes ago, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
So we've gone through all of Carl's route, all of Leo's route, all of TJ's route, and now we're in nearing not the end of Flynn's route, but we're 2/3 of the way through at this point.
We get the horror shit now.
So to explain Flynn's route, Flynn
You
Chase
don't
basically
have to just.
fucked all week.
What is the hysteria? Is
So-
the hysteria a staple in the timelines?
Kind of.
Not TJ's.
Yeah, I was gonna explain. It kind of is. So the big twist in Echo is that when Friday or Saturday roll around, basically something happens and the majority of the townspeople just snap all collectively at once.
Except for these kids.
No, even they're
Well,
not
he
exempt.
snaps sometimes.
Oh, okay.
You see that red fox in the back? He snaps.
Uh-huh.
Fox.
Well,
Well,
Ralph.
he snaps
Red
pretty
Wolf.
hard.
And they're endangered. There's not a lot of them left.
TJ,
But
did
okay.
you forget your own character species?
Yep,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a puppy.
I mean, the dog thing I was okay with, but what the fuck do you mean fox, DJ?
Foxes are dogs, obviously.
That's a furry meme. That's our meme. You can't have it.
Not until you get a persona, DJ.
Darn.
It's like everything is either meat or vegetable.
Alright, whenever you're ready, DJ.
This isn't one of our old VHS horror movie nights.
Looks to me now, his voice stern and steady.
Sydney is not some zombie thing rising from the lake to get revenge on us on spring breakers. He's just a kid. He died. We need to move on. Forget. Forgive. I don't give a damn, really.
Brings his heavy paw up to his face, rubbing at the space between his eyes. His nose is starting to bleed, probably cracking from how humidified I keep it here. Want to believe what he's saying. I'm ready to call all these fuckers out on their bullshit. At the same time, the coincidence of all this is just too much. TJ's tough to read now, but I don't doubt the sincerity on Carl, Jenna, or even Dex and what they have believed what they're saying. I just want the truth. That's all I want. I sigh. Think we should talk to my aunt.
Why your aunt?
She's good with this sort of shit. I pause.
You got the sight.
Well, I don't know what this is, what that's happening, but fuck, I don't know what else to do. Leo just frowns at me.
I'm guessing you're wanting to go now, huh?
You can go home if you want. I know it's tempting now that Chase isn't here for you to stalk.
You're right, partially. I'm really wanting to talk to Chase alone about all this. The lying stuff.
He shrugs.
Who knows? Maybe he's seen the thing too.
I mean, you can say they had and everything, but I'm just saying, like, to avoid repeating the name over and over.
Okay, the Wendigo too. You have a spare gun I could borrow?
Jeez. Is this really what it's come to?
Look at Leo for a long moment. He's been sort of a gun nut as of late, which is real strange knowing how against them he was in high school. You licensed?
Yep, open carry. I know what I'm doing.
That's not saying much, noting our state has the most lax weapon licensing standards in the nation.
Honey, you're not in
typical
Texas.
Jenna for you. The reality's going out the window, but she's still there thrusting some social-political bullet point in the middle of it. All my shit's licensed for me and me alone. Leo clicks his tongue against his roof and mouth.
Beh. Isn't it time for you by the book stuff? I'm grabbing one of your flashlights and be in the van.
He opens the front door and leaves.
I guess we're going. Seems so.
Carl and Daxton look at each other.
Oh, sorry. I'm not feeling very good.
You're gonna puke doing Dax's side of the sink. Salamander, who was already looking unnerved, somehow manages to frown even more. Jonah strokes the lynx's arm, muttering something that I can't quite catch. For a split second, a glimmer of sad smile appears on his face. Diminishes quickly, but yes, I'm glad TJ's not completely broken. The group begins to head out, leaving their plates and cups on the counters. I linger a bit, catching Jenna as she's wiping her paws off on a dish towel. Hey,
Yeah.
you want to tell me something? She gives me a look as she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Hmm?
She pauses, then nods as if remembering something.
I'm happy for you, Carl.
Phone is idle, her mind seemingly focused elsewhere.
If he's going to explore his sexuality, it's good that it's with someone he knows and trusts, who, you know, experienced.
Yeah, Flynn.
What? I cross my arms tightly over my chest, squinting at her, down at her.
As much as I love to stay, I have to get going.
All right, don't worry.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap this
I need to be going too.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up within like a few minutes. So have a good night, though, you two.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, yeah,
Oh.
you said the line, so.
We ain't a thing.
Yes, you weren't ever much for having things in general.
She looks out the window, her expression kind of like a mix of distant and troubled. Everyone's filing into the van, except Daxon, who's holding up his phone to the sky trying to get service, I guess. So I open my mouth to rebut, she holds up her paw.
It's not what I wanted. And I suppose current matters.
So, Hannah, you're a little far from your mic, maybe, because some of those words didn't come through.
Damn it. It's not what I wanted to talk to you about, and I suppose current matters are
She sighs.
more pressing than would be appropriate to delay for this conversation.
Her demeanor seems to shift, posture not as full as the whole of that holier-than-thou air she usually seems hell-bent on putting on. I can see Leo behind the wheel now, surely getting angsty. Yeah, Leo looks like he's about to pop a hemorrhoid already.
I just wanted you to know I understand your concerns more clearly.
I grunt. Yeah, well, hopefully my aunt can help me understand yours. Come back down toward the electrical socket. Jen looks at his, purses her lips, and scowls. Can't tell if she's just frowning at herself at this point. No logic's gone out the fucking window. Her shtick of being a rational mind here is clearly a challenge. With a small nod, she turns, heading out with the rest. I sigh, pulling back the lever on my repeater, watching the clip extend outward. Remember to load it, after all. Here's hoping I don't need it. Push it back in, and I head outside.
Alright, and we'll call it there.
Alright.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Say goodbye, everyone that's left.
Bye, everyone that's left.